Go there, ready, go there. Ride, naughty ride. Go there, ready, go there. Yes, sir. Sorry, I'm. Yeah. I feel like my camera mad close. Am I close? My bad, y'all. Just here, you know what I'm saying, enjoying the Liberty handling of that Aces deck. I'm saying we smoking on that Aces pack tonight. Probably might stay a couple of nights in Vegas, you know. Hit the slots, little roulette. You know what I'm saying, little blackjack, you know what I mean? Ain't nothing to it, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing to it. That's how we do it. You know what I'm saying? Pack them up. You're holla at me, New York, Brooklyn in the house. Brooklyn, we go hard. Welcome to the channel, y'all. If you're new, what's good to you too? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. If you're new, like tap in. Hopefully, all my subscribers are in this bed. I need my followers in here. This is your WNBA post game coverage. My camera is like low key effing up, so hold on. The fact that this thing is showing me that this thing is not like picking up everyone is kind of weird in my opinion. But yeah, I had to readjust, man. We on the Aces pack today. This is really weird. You know why? Because the same thing that the Liberty did in Game 3 happened in Game 4. Like I think yes, the Liberty turned up the defensive pressure. Like we turned up the defensive pressure huge. Again, if we win a chip this season, just give Leone Phoebus a ring. Actually, give her Finals MVP. My bad. Just give her Finals MVP because the defense. If you look at the defense when she was off the court, and I know Sandy was buying time with keeping JJ off and Leone off to the fourth quarter, but I was just like, yo, this is an elimination game for the Aces. Like we're trying to avoid a game 5 here going back to New York. What are you buying time for? We're in the lead and we're playing like absolute garbage. What you trying to buy time for? Just play them. Leone, JJ come in the fourth quarter and they smackle dapple the Las Vegas Aces. We actually tried on defense. I'm telling you, we're the worst best team in the league. Like we accidentally started playing good defense. If you don't believe me, watch in the fourth quarter again how we had a great defensive possession. We had an outstanding defensive possession. Chelsea Gray had the ball up top, and I think she was going no. Asia Wilson had the ball up top, and she was going one-on-one with Asia. We're going one-on-one with JJ. JJ's right in front of her playing great defense. Everyone just made their correct rotations. Everything's good. Asia's one pass away from Jackie Young. Brianna Stewart sprints towards Asia. The double team leaves Jackie Young wide open for 3. I'm just like, why do we do the dumbest things when we're doing so well? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the New York Liberty have made it back to the finals. You're taking down the Aces. That was supposed to happen. If you're new to this channel, I did say go check my last live stream. I did say that was probably going to happen because there's no way in hell the Aces, the New York Liberty are playing like trash, and the Aces are only up 1 possession. Last game, 95, 81. What was it? 95-81 last game in Game 3. The Aces won the game by 14 points, 95-81. And they made 11 more field goals. 11 more field goals, and they won the game by 14. Okay? So the Aces were on a different level of terrible this postseason. And I said, I don't know what this is. I don't know. I've never seen the Aces look this bad, but the key in the offseason for them is they have to find a 5. Maybe a Brianna Jones. I think Brianna Jones is a free agent. But she might be cord, though. They got to find a 5 and get Asia Wilson at the 4. That's their best answer. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the breakdown. Liberty just... I don't know, man. The Liberty is just like... They don't give me a lot of confidence. They don't give it. It's just some of the things we do. It's just some of the things we do. We won 76, what was it? 76-62. Let me pull up all the final stats and everything like that, but I don't think anyone should be surprised by that result. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, Aces in 5. They're going to win this game." Even Vegas, like sports books, even the house thought that the Aces were going to win, and I'm just like, I don't know. Don't Here on this channel, I try to advocate, or sorry, I try to open up people's perceptions to different parts of the game, really just the game within the game. And here's a principle. Here's a principle on this channel that I want everyone to understand. If you ever come onto this channel, watch me for 20 seconds, I don't care. Here's a principle everyone needs to understand. Don't be fooled by made shots. Do not be fooled by made shots. Do not be fooled by something that looks good in basketball. Just because it looks good in basketball doesn't mean it is good. That's basketball in a nutshell for you. Don't be fooled, okay? Because we looked great in that fourth quarter. But all I can think of, me being, worst case scenario playmaker, all I could think of was if we played like that for 3 quarters against Minnesota, Minnesota would be up 30. That was all I was thinking about. It took us to the fourth quarter for us to get our shit together. And all I kept thinking of was if we played like this for 3 quarters, Minnesota would be up. They would be blowing us out. For real, for real. Pause if needed. But either way, it's good that, we're back in the finals. Are we better? Are the New York Liberty? Let me know what y'all think. Are the New York Liberty better? What finals team do you think is better, or do you think there's no change? I'll ask y'all that. Y'all probably already know how I feel about that. But do you think the 2023 New York Liberty team, the finals team, the team that made it to the finals, which, if you remember, which one of those teams looks better? Their 2023 year in the finals or their 2024 year approaching the finals? Like, what team looks better? Like, that's what I want to see in the chat right now. I want to see y'all response to which team looks better. Which version of New York looked better? The 2023 version or the 2024 version? That's my answer. That's my question for y'all right now. And I'll think about it at the same time. But like, it's blowing me though. My bad. Welcome to the stream, everyone. 76-62. Liberty defeat the Aces in Game 4. Won on their home court. That's great. Gotta be able to win a game on your opponent's home court. You have to. Minnesota's playing. Minnesota Lynx are playing Connecticut Sun right now. It's probably halftime in that game. Minnesota is probably going to beat up on Connecticut again. I don't see Connecticut winning that game or that series. Excuse me. So yeah, expect Minnesota to move on. A Minnesota New York finals will feed families. That is for sure. I'm looking forward to that. And like I said, if we find a way to win a chip this season, we will have earned that. But I'm telling you right now, I don't care what happens in the finals. If we win the finals, give Leonie Febish finals MVP. Give that woman finals MVP. She may piss me off. She may make me scream at my TV for for multiple reasons. But Leonie Febish needed. She is the key. I promise you. Jonathan Cole's best move in the past couple of years. Picking up Benigel. He's been crafting so well. He's been on a generational run. Picking up Benijah, drafting Sab, obviously, JJ, Stewie, Kayla Thornton, Leonie Febish. He's been on a generational run. Like GM going crazy, but Leonie Febish, man, that has been our answer. Aces again. My perspective on the Aces is just they didn't really have their aura from the past couple seasons. Now, having Candace Parker on your team helps, and especially starting off the season. What did they start the season like? 19 and 0, 20 and 0. What was their win streak to start last season? When you have Candace Parker again, it's kind of tough. Like I think everyone knew like it's probably going to be Aces Liberty, but they had so much aura and they were playing so well last season that they beat the Liberty with their bench players. You know what I mean? And now it's like I think when you get off to that cold start, and yes, they were dealing with injuries. Chelsea Gray was dealing with injuries. But when they got off to that cold start this season, and it gave I think it gave teams the impression like, oh, the Aces are beatable. And I said that myself. I said it's hard to beat them with Candace Parker, but I said the Aces are beatable this season. And I think more teams picked up on that as the season went on. And if y'all remember the last dance where Jordan said, if you're trying to maintain dominance over someone or you're trying to maintain dominance over a league, those little games matter. Like you can't come out at the start of the season playing sorry or taking a long time to figure it out. Yeah, you got injuries going on, but you have to win. If you're trying to keep that hold on the rest of the league and hold on the teams you're playing, that chokehold on them, you have to win. You have to find a way to keep winning, right? Because once you lose that dominance, once you lose that edge, teams start, oh, they're not as big and bold as before. So now they start throwing more shots at you. And I feel like the Aces just since they had like an average season, they're one of the best teams in the league. So that top four finish is kind of guaranteed, right? But because they didn't have their regular season, that regular Aces season with all this aura where you're afraid to go into Las Vegas and play them, they didn't really have that, you know? And you didn't really see that in the playoffs. You didn't really see a team like really test them other than the Liberty, whom a lot of people expected the Liberty to beat the Aces anyway. But a team like Seattle wouldn't have shown that. And really, the Liberty was like the only team that probably could have shown that. Where it's just like, we don't care, we're better than you, you know? So I think the Aces just this year they've lost so much aura and they've lost such an edge over the other teams they've had, you know. So I think they could have three-peated, but there were too many things missing for them this season. They just bad start, injuries, Asia Wilson playing her ass off, but there wasn't a lot of consistency from the usual suspects. Their bench is still is like iffy. Asia Wilson, they need another big. I'm pretty sure that's a clear answer. Usually Becky Hammond has had answers for the Aces for that Aces team in her first couple of seasons. This is her first season where she's not going to be winning a championship. So she's had the answer, she's had the formula for the past couple seasons. But going into next year, I really think what screwed the Aces season over this year was Candace Parker announcing so late that she was retiring. Because I thought the Aces were gearing up with a healthy Candace Parker to run it back too. I actually thought that as well. So I believe it was Candace Parker, that late announcement that she was retiring really like hold the Aces season and definitely hold the coaching staff because they just weren't prepared to. Okay, it's like F it, let's pick up Meg Gustafson, pick up Queen Egbo to end the season, but we're gonna have to put Asia at the five. I really think that threw them through a loop. So Candace Parker low key kind of hold the Aces season. Um, but I do think Becky Hammond knows that she has to. Yeah, they have to get a big. They can't have Asia Wilson running big. So, or as your big, or as your starting five. Asia Wilson becomes dominant when she can run the four and you can have a decent five with her. You know. Anyway, let me check the chat real quick. Let me check on chat real quick. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. This is a free plug, free sponsorship, but I don't know if y'all have had these. It's a it is a random plug, but this this definitely is not healthy for you. Like, this is not healthy, but this is so good. This is this candy will put me in trouble, and it low-key already has. But Lifesaver Collision Gummies. If y'all want a top 5, if you want a top 5 movie snack, that's it right there. Oh, sorry, I wasn't seeing the chat because I had it on top chat. Let me change this around. Let's see if we have any chat. I don't know if we have any comments. Yeah, no comments in the chat. How many people are in here? Let me check. I know a lot of people are probably watching this. It's a really busy sports day. We got NWSL on, got NFL football on. We're about to have some, I think NBA preseason games are going already. We got 6 people in here, so shouts out to everyone in the chat. There's like a lot of, I know the WNBA press conference was going on, and I was thinking about putting it on here as well. I don't know if that would have been smart because you guys aren't really here to watch the press conference. I think they're interviewing the Liberty or Coach Sandy right now. So shouts out everyone in the chat. Shouts out for everyone checking the stream. I do believe that the finals matchup is going to be Minnesota and the New York Liberty. I am scared shitless. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. If we can play against the Minnesota Lynx like how we did in the fourth quarter against the Aces tonight, I'll be okay. Blood pressure will be regular. But we can, oh my gosh. I'm so scared, bro. Fee is going stupid. And I'm the way how the storyline is shaping up right now is shaping up like, okay, Asia Wilson got regular season MVP. Probably should have gotten DPOY as well. But Fee now has DPOY and she's about to get a finals MVP. Like that, to me, that's how the storyline is shaping up right now. And Fee scares the living hell out of me. I don't know how many times I have to say it. We can't play. We can't play like regular. Here's the thing. Regular New York Liberty basketball, like regular, not even ideal. Regular New York Liberty basketball versus regular Minnesota Lynx basketball. Lynx take it 3-0. 3-0. Exceptional New York Liberty basketball versus exceptional Minnesota Lynx basketball, close game. All the way through, close game. Go in 5. Somebody's going to win in 5. 3-2. Someone's going to win in 5. A toss up. I don't know if we our habits and our principles and then just some of our gameplay from our players. I don't know what's going on with Benijah Laney Hamilton. Something's scaring Benijah. Something is scaring Benijah, bro. I don't know what's going on. And I don't know how our players are just gonna like some of the things our players does, like JJ and the foul she picks up and the way she plays defense. Like, let me put this point out there. You ever wonder why there are certain great teams in a league that could be NBA, NFL, WNBA? They're great teams, right? And for some reason, those great teams always lose to this team you really wouldn't expect them to lose to. It's just like bottom of the standings team, and you would expect this great team with this great record to just roll over this team, bottom of the standings. But every time they play that team that is trash, it's a close contest. You ever wonder why that is? I'm going to tell you why that is. Because usually those teams that you just expect nothing of sometimes end up doing things right that this great team does so badly. So maybe this great team here, yeah, they're winning all these games and playing great basketball, but they don't know basic defensive help side defense fundamentals. Like, they have horrible help side defense fundamentals. Horrible, right? Now, this trash team at the bottom of the standings, their whole offense is built off of the other team's understanding of help side defense. So because you have this offense, the sucky team has this offense that actually exploits the one thing that this great team is bad at, the game is close. Hopefully that explanation just made sense. But it's one team that does something so good that the other teams does so badly or performs so badly at or with. And that's the New York Liberty and the Lynx. That is why the Lynx always have the upper hand because one, you're having a undisciplined defense, an linear undisciplined defense with a linear offense against a sharp offense, disciplined defense Lynx. And that's the identity of both teams. Now, when the Liberty are playing exceptional basketball, they're a hard team to stop. But that's not their natural form. That's like they're not their natural performance. Right? Now the Lynx, they play closer to exceptional basketball more often than the New York Liberty. But the Liberty have to damn near have to work to get there. That's just not the way they're set up. The Lynx are set up like that. The Liberty aren't. The Liberty have to play to it. The Lynx are just there already. And depending on whether they hit shots and get stops, but the fact that the Liberty aren't that's what concerns me. The Minnesota Lynx have the strongest identity in the playoffs this season. The strongest identity. You know what they're about. They have great superstar in Nafisa Collier. They have Nafisa Collier superstar surrounded by more than capable role players. And I really don't even know. I feel like if Cheryl Reeves wants to get grimy, she would put Nafisa Collier at the 3, put Dorka Juhas at the 4, Dorka Juhas at the 5, and Alana Smith at the 4. If she wanted to get grimy, she could do that. But then it's like Courtney Williams, Kayla McBride. If she wanted to get grimy, she would do that. But you kind of have to keep Bridget Carlton on the floor. Like she's shooting 47%? I have to check what Bridget Carlton is shooting from 3 in this postseason. I don't think she's going too crazy, but Kayla McBride has stepped up. I told y'all Kayla McBride is key. But Minnesota has an identity. Superstar surrounded by more than capable role players, right? If I were to ask you what the New York Liberty identity is, what is it? I'm a Liberty fan and I couldn't tell you. I'm a Liberty fan. It's like, what's our identity? Star point guard. Star point guard. Star players. 2 of which we expect to show up on a regular basis. Sab and Stewie. What's the mix? What is the mix? Do we have a mix? Are we a bench, talent-filled bench team? Do we run the floor well? We're shooting the 3 well, thank God. Okay, so we're maybe a good 3-point shooting team. I couldn't tell you the identity of the Liberty. I can't tell you the identity of the Liberty because I don't really know what we are. We don't have anything set. It's just, will Sab have a good game this game? Will Stewie have a good game? Look at the game they had. Sab was damn near the only player on the Liberty. Shouts out to Sloot as well. Sloot came through. Sloot came up actually huge. I have to give Sloot her flowers. She came up huge. So shouts out Sloot. But Sab was the only one that had a good game out of all 5 starters. So my bad. Sorry, I'm taking Leonie Febish out of that because, like I said, she's Finals MVP for us. So I'm taking Leonie Febish out of that. Sab is the only one that had a decent game, right? So it's not even like your stars are like really reliable because even if Nafisa Collier has a bad game, the weapons she has around her, it doesn't really matter if she has a bad game. She just has to show up. She just has to play her role. The Lynx are built like this. If anyone has a bad game, someone is there to step in and have a good game. So if Nafisa drops back like under the shade for like under the covers for a couple quarters or for a game, someone else is ready to fill in her responsibility. it's like a it's like a regen team. It's like chop off one part of the starfish and another part comes back. Like the Lynx are a regen, like Wolverine type shit. And then meanwhile over here on the Liberty, we're just let's hope this pick and roll goes correctly. Nafisa Collier scares me. The Minnesota Lynx, the Minnesota Lynx scare me. Um, I just don't know if we're. I don't know if we listen. If we play again, if we play like how we played against them in the fourth quarter against the Aces, we'll be okay. Defensive rotations were 7 out of 10. Uh, uh, Offense was good. We were making shots. Sab still can't run a pick and roll correctly. Uh, we're so I just feel like our principles from this season, they're going to come back and bite us in the ass, and the Minnesota Lynx are going to exploit every one of them. Their offense is tough to guard. It's complex as hell for us. For us. I don't think it's that complex, but for the Liberty, after watching how they get lost on a simple handoff, yeah, it's going to be complex for us. Alana Smith's probably going to go off her whatever the hell she wants. Bridget Carlton probably going to kill us again. Damn near shooting like 70% from three against us. At least 60, at least 50%, I believe. I feel like and we have no edge either. We have no edge. Like the Liberty, there's no aura. Like, remember when I told y'all beware of the team that wins and just doesn't care? That's the Lynx. The Lynx have no fear of us. Like, there's nothing to fear from us. They have no fear. They have all the conviction, the swagger, the attitude. They have all that when it comes to us. Like, they don't, I feel like they look at the Liberty as inferior. I really do. Like, I feel like they know they're the best team in the postseason. So you have no aura, you have no edge over this team. You don't have a as balanced of an offense as this team. Remember, the Lynx came into the postseason with three players in their starting lineup shooting above 40% from three. They have a better defense. Nafisa Collier, even though she looks skinny, can bang with every one of the bigs in her path. Stewie's getting held by Alicia Clark. And then she has to go up against Nafisa Collier and Alana Smith. Strong ass. I don't know, man. Again, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but it's basically battle of the undisciplined versus the disciplined. Liberty, please, man. Liberty have to be on. They have to be on top of their game for all 40 minutes every game, dog. Can we do that? Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. We can do that. I think we can do that. I don't know where Benigni Hamilton is, but we can do that. I think Sabrina was hot from three this game. She was stepping up. But she was only shooting because like she didn't want to get blitzed. I swear, if I see Sabrina pick up the ball off of a pick and roll one more time before she stretches the defense, I swear. If I was rich, I would have put my foot through my TV. If I was rich. If I was rich. If I was rich. You saw Coach Sandy getting hyped with Sabrina after Sabrina made that three to put him up like 64-53. I'm like, oh my gosh, we're horrible. If that's what gets Coach Sandy hype, we're horrible. What are the expectations if Coach Sandy is hype off that? Let Sab be hype off that. She had a horrible game three. Let her be hype off that. She's shooting the shit out the ball. Let her be hype. Why are you as a coach hype? We're playing like trash. You got to be implementing a game plan for us. Like, why are you hype? I was just like, oh no. If you see a coach get hype off like little things, pay attention to what coach. If you see if you see coaches get hype when it's like not sealed at all. But watch when these coaches get hyped too. I don't really trust coaches that get hyped like that unless the game is like Unless your competition is kind of like equal, then I understand it. Then I understand it. But I don't even think the Aces were equal to us this postseason, this entire year. Then I understand. But if I see a coach get hype, you know what I start thinking? I start thinking, oh, your expectations for your team are low. I don't care how much you're up by. If you're getting hype for your team, like that's your expectation for your team, you're happy to get a little 11-point lead against it. Oh, you don't really trust your team like that. You don't really believe in your team like that. Like, why is that your expectation? Like, y'all should be up 25-30 against us, and you're hype off that. I'd be like, nah. I'd tell my team like, yo, they don't even think they're better than us. I'd be so confused, but shouts out to Sabrina. She had a good game. Again, I'm just worried. I've been worried this entire season. I think that sums it up. And I know this live stream is supposed to be like lively, yeah, joyous in New York Liberty, woo woo, yes, hey, New York Liberty, woo woo. I can't. I'm sorry. If I'm being real with y'all, I can't get hype. I can't get hype. I expected us to beat the Aces, but I also just can't get hype because we're still playing shitty basketball. If we can win a championship playing like this, cool. I'll calm down a little bit, but like I can't. I like shitty bad. Like I can't get hype off of stupid basketball, man. I really can't, bro. There are only so many times I can watch Stewie double team for no reason. There are only so many times I can watch JJ just not understand how to drop her back foot and just open up and get and be square with it. But like there are only so many times I can watch Kayla Thornton not understand where her matchup is when it's right in front of her. How do you want me to get hype off this, man? Like I'm glad we're in the finals, but it's like me again, I'm the type person where it's like if it didn't lead to a win at the end, and there wasn't a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, F the rainbow. I don't care. Like F the journey. It wasn't worth it. Oh, what'd you learn? Dog, finish the job. I could give a damn about the journey. Finish the job. You're more than capable. So I don't really care. I don't really care about the process. If everything built to me, it makes it more sad. If everything you did built up to lead to a final L, to a finals L, I couldn't care less. Like I couldn't care less. I don't. You could go undefeated in the regular season, but if all that builds up to a L in the finals, to an L when it matters most, I couldn't care less. Anyway, let me check the chat real quick, and then I'll be out of here. I do want to watch the rest of this Minnesota Lynx Connecticut Sun game. It's probably going to be close because Connecticut, elimination game for them. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe Connecticut could probably squeeze one out, but like I was watching the first half, and Nafisa was just Alyssa Thomas getting into it with Maisha Hines Allen. And it's just like, Alyssa, you need to what the hell? Alyssa, you need to worry about Nafisa Collier who running up and down over here like Wolverine. Like you're focused on the wrong player. Nafisa Collier banging like post moves, spin move, right hand layup, pull up 3-point shot, faders. I'm like, you worried about Maisha? You don't see what Fee doing? That's on your head. What the hell? Y'all got priorities all messed up over there in Connecticut, bro. What is Connecticut doing? Connecticut about to get bounced out of the playoffs at home for the second time this season. Anyway, we got a comment in the chat. BG to the Aces. Is BG a free agent this season? She might be a free agent this season. I can see that. BG to the Aces, maybe. Maybe. But again, BG's like, what is she like, 32, 33? maybe a little bit older. How long are you gonna run with that? Plus, with the way the Aces play and their pace, I don't know if BG is probably the best fit for that because the Aces do get up and down the court. They do shoot quickly. Um, so BG, yeah, she would not saying she wouldn't be a good spot to hold at the five, but that would kind of remind me of a little bit more of the Liz Cambage, Asia Wilson era. You know what I mean? And that was remember the only reason that didn't work was because that was Bill Lambier and he did not implement 3-point shooting into the team, which was stupid. Because that's literally how Becky Hammond won her first ring. Like all she did was come to the team and say, "All y'all need to start shooting threes," and and the shit worked. Um, so yeah, Bill Lambier was running freaking 1990s offense. Like, no, you need to shoot threes. That's exactly how Becky Hammond won her first ring. Just all she did was tell the team, start shooting threes like NBA team. Won the chip. Yeah, so there are a lot of free agents I know available this season. Um, but the Aces have to find a big. They don't have a first round draft pick. They might be able to get it out the mud in the draft. There aren't a lot of post presences, but someone like Anna Yokeli, remember they still have Liz Kitley. That tandem might be cool. I would a 4-5 like Liz Kitley, that Kitley and Wilson, that would probably be cool. I'd actually rock with that a lot because I feel like Alana Smith is way more athletic than Liz Kitley, but it would kind of be like a pairing like that. So if Nafisa Collier, Alana Smith, Asia Wilson, Liz Kitley, I feel like that could work. That would be kind of dope to me. So we have to remember they do have a five, and it would Liz Kitley would be a rookie, so you would have to get her up to speed pretty quickly in one season because you are trying to compete for championships. So maybe the Aces go after a little veteran presence. Um, Maybe just to hold over and just kind of like to sharpen Liz Kitley in the meantime, you know. So excuse me. Um, yeah, PG to Aces. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of a player right now. I'm trying to think of the damn free agent list that I should have looked at before I came in here. But I know there are a bunch of free agents on the list. They say Satu. They say Satu. Something about like Satu going to GSW. GSV. Sorry. Go and say Valkyries. I don't know if that's gonna happen. That we're gonna have to say that for another for another free agent video. But we're about like 37 minutes into this stream. I'm gonna go ahead and end it. Let me go ahead and read off the stats for this game. I don't know why I opened up the recap, but where's my oh Baltimore? I don't even watch a lot of like NFL football, but I will say I've been watching the Ravens just because you gotta watch Derrick Henry, like Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson. Stephen A. Smith would say that shit box office. It's box office, and I did watch that game. Justin Tucker is goaded. That man goaded. I didn't think the Ravens were gonna win. I changed the channel. I was flipping back and forth between Liberty Aces and the Baltimore Ravens game, and I saw that the freaking overtime didn't convert on third down, and then the Bengals were charging, and I was just like, oh shoot, next score wins this game over. I turned back to the WNBA, turned back to the NFL, and I see Justin Tucker like at like the 20 about to kick a field goal. I was just like, oh okay then. All right, another Baltimore win. That team unfair as hell. Um, Sabrina dropped 22 points. That was like a loud 22 points, no? Oh, because she didn't score in the second quarter. She was out for when was she out? Second quarter? Third? She was out for like a good part of the game. Like she was on the bench for like a good part of the game. But she didn't score in the second quarter, and then she had 3 points in the third. But she finished with 22 points, 5 of 7 from downtown. Um, hey, Sap shows up. She also had like about 4 turnovers. I'm not going to count the ones at the end, but she had about 4 turnovers. Sab really she has to get stronger with dribbling the basketball because remember when she actually got downhill and turned the corner against the pick and roll and basically put the pressure on Asia, stretched the defense, put the pressure on Asia, and what was open, the weak side corner swing was open every single time. And I'm just like, Sab, that's what happens when you keep your dribble alive, when you're strong with your dribble. For someone help me out before I get out of here. We have to come up with something we're gonna do if Brianna Stewart goes up for a layup and puts the ball in the defender's hand again. What are we gonna do? What are we going to do about Brianna Stewart seeing a defender right in front of her and not even trying to evade with the ball? Asia Wilson is right in front of you and Brianna tries to go, just gives Asia a block. Brianna, do you know where your defenders are? How do you keep just giving players the ball? We need to give. Let's put our money together and let's get our VC right and buy Stewie a new layup package. We gotta buy Stewie a new layup package, bro. We gotta equip Stewie with a new layup package. I'm so tired of seeing Stewie go up for layups and hand defenders the ball. She making everybody look like a chase down block artist, bro. We can't run a 3v1 fast break properly. And I get it, it's Asia Wilson, but damn, we can't run a 3v1 fast break properly. And we're going to compete with the Minnesota Lynx. Dog, we're so cooked. We're so cooked, bro. It's actually dead, bro. Oh my gosh. Can we beat the Lynx? Yes, we can, but I'm scared, y'all. I really am scared. I really am worried. Like, this ain't even for show. Like, I really am worried. I'm gonna get out of here because like my laptop is just taking way too long. So sorry I can't do the stats right now. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go watch the end of this game. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Let me just check if there are any more comments. I hate the fact that my laptop moves so slowly. Nothing's wrong with it either. It just moves so dummy. But I'm gonna get out of here. Y'all be easy, stay safe, enjoy the rest of y'all Sunday. Thanks for checking out this live stream. I'm trying to be more consistent with the live streams and post game, so I might do a post game live stream for Minnesota and Connecticut, depending on how that game finishes. All right, but I'm out of here. Take care of yourselves, guys. Stay safe, stay blessed. Peace. We out, and make sure. Just try these out and let me know what you think. They're probably like super unhealthy for you, but just try these out. All right.